Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of silver has moved in the last 2 days and how the price of silver can move in the next 2 days. See, as I have clearly explained you in the gold video that the price can go further upside, okay, because there was a 3 candle zone is forming, okay, and there is an analysis. I have clearly told you that when there is a 3 green candle forms, there is a pattern forming which shows an upside. But see, remember something, whatever technical, what is fundamental, anything, what you have to do, you have to look at the is based on the data, okay, and when the data is there, you have to believe on the data, okay, because the chart is what that we can see is the real happening. Otherwise what somebody is saying something else or something, okay, you don't have to believe that till the time it is not proving along with your data, okay. So when suppose the trend is showing an upside but somebody is saying downside, so what to best you have to take your decision as per that, okay. So always, because it is your hard-earned money, okay, so rather try to make a small profit rather than taking a risk and making a bigger profit, okay, because when the capital is gone then you won't be able to trade, okay. So taking a risk as per you, that is very important, okay. I'm not telling you for everyone because everyone have different risk capabilities, okay, but it is how if you are compounding, suppose if you are making 2% or 1% daily or even on the monthly basis on 4% or 5%, that is good enough with a good capital, and then you can make if you make 5%, for if you calculate on the 12-month basis, it will be almost double it, okay, the capital. So now if you look at this particular chart, what we have seen, gold is making an all-time high, but silver is still stuck in this particular zone. It has not made a high of around 34.9, okay. In the long run, if you look at this particular trend, we have not seen that it has moved above a level of $35, okay. Looking at this particular chart, we can see silver price also depends a lot of factor, which depends like dollar index, okay, Fed rate, CPI, PPI, all these factors are also responsible for silver prices. I'll explain you with the help of dollar index. See, now looking at this particular chart, a swing has formed at a level of around $28.3, okay, and there is a continuous upside. So now the price is moving in this limited zone. If you look at this particular zone, the price made a half around $33. Remember this, okay, it is very important that the $33 is already being tested. So when it comes close to around 32.8, chances can be high it can break this particular level 33, okay. But if the price started falling below a level of 32.4, it can bounce back from a level of $32.2, bounce back in from this particular level, and if started falling below a level of $32.2, we can see it can touch a level of 32 again. If it started falling below this level, 32 level is also being a weak support, so it will fall further low, and yes, it can touch a level of 31.7, okay. Then there will be a zone breakout, so further downfall we can see towards a level of 31.2, okay. So chances of sustaining upside will be there, okay. Looking at this particular opposite hammer is forming, so we can see that a change in the trend, okay. Now looking at this particular chart, what we so before I move ahead and explain you where the price of silver can move in the next 2 days, if you have any doubts, you can mail me at stockmarkettradinglab@gmail.com, and one more mail ID in the description, and please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a Telegram link also given in the description, you can join that to see. There is when silver mostly moves in a zone, so when it moves out of a zone, that is when you can make a good profit. See, it moves out of a zone, we have seen a good fall came, so this is the profit zone. You can, if you know how to make up a good profit, okay, then you can sell at this level. A swing has formed, that is where it started going up, so again was moving in the zone breakout happens, we have seen it started going upside. After that it was in this particular zone, and then now it is trading in this particular level again, okay. So if you look at this trend, chances are high if it started sustaining over $33, then only we can see an upside, but if started falling again below a level of 32, we can see a downfall, okay. So if you look at the dollar index, now it is trading at a level of $98.4, okay. So suppose if the price sustain above this level, it can touch a level of $98.59, and once the price sustain above this level, probability of touching 99.24 is there, and once started going above this level, probability of going towards 99.7 we can see, and if that sustain a further upside, we can see towards 100.3 100.2. Okay, and if once the price moving over 100.2, we can see it can touch a level of 100.7, and if that sustain a further high, we can see towards a level of around $100.8, and then we can see a level of 101.2. This 101.2, a bounce back can come, but if that sustain a further upside, we can see towards 101.5, and from there a further high we can see towards $101.8. Looking at this particular chart, we can see the price can move towards 103, and then a further upside movement we can see towards a level of $103.5. Okay, and if the price moving over that particular level, chances of touching a level of around 104.3 is there. 104.3 is there. Okay, but if the price started falling below a level of $97.9, there will be support where it can go further down, and chances are high it will go further low towards a level of 97.5 to a level of around $96.9. Suppose if the price started falling below this level, chance of touching $95.5 we can see, and from there 95.5, from there we can see it can touch a level of 94.5. from there a bounce back can come, but if that didn't come, we can see a level of $93.5. okay, as I've already explained in gold videos. Okay, looking at this particular chart, when the dollar index started going upside, we see the price of silver comes down, gold comes down, crude and natural gas also. But if the dollar index started going down, we the silver price goes up, gold goes up, natural gas and all these when they are, because they are inversely related. Coming back again, price what we can suppose if the price sustain this level, we can see it can touch a level 32.9, which is already being tested. So chances are the price will go above this particular level and it will touch a level of around $33. This $33 is also being tested. So chances are if the price growing above this level, it can move over level of 33. And once started sustaining above this level, probability of touching 33.45 is there. So it is a good profit making zone. So once started going above this level, we can see the price can move towards $33.58, and if that sustain, we can see again a level of around $34, which is already being tested, that the price, if it started sustaining 33.58, probability of crossing a level of 34 we can see, and it can touch a level of $34.3. Suppose if it started going above this level, probability of touching 34.5 is there. Okay, but suppose if the price didn't sustain, it can move down towards $32.4, and from there a further downfall we can see towards 32.3, and then we can see a further fall towards $32. Okay, then there will be a zone breakout. So further fall we can see towards a level of around $31.8, and once started falling below this level, chance of touching 31.5 to a level of 31.2. okay, and once started falling below this level, we can see a level of 31, and from there a further fall we can see towards 30.8. okay, if the price started going below this level, we can see a level of 30.5 to a level of $30, and then a further fall will be there. Okay, any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs also in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video,